Over a lifetime, you will face millions of decisions. The quality of those choices, more than anything else, will determine the trajectory of your life. When we hit a major obstacle, a job loss, a financial setback, or a failed relationship, our instinct is to treat it as a unique emotional tragedy. But zooming out reveals that the world operates through repeating patterns. From the formation of galaxies to economic cycles, we see systems functioning like machines, governed by cause and effect. If you approach these obstacles emotionally, you miss the mechanics of why they're happening. You find yourself reacting to symptoms instead of solving the underlying problem. In 1982, Ray Dalio bet his entire firm on the belief that the global economy was headed for a massive depression. He went on national television and made the call with total confidence. He was wrong. The market began a historic 18-year climb. Dalio lost everything, had to let go of every employee at his company, and was forced to borrow $4,000 from his father just to pay his bills. Sitting in that failure, he realized his mistake wasn't a stroke of bad luck. Instead, it was a logical error in his decision-making machine. This forced him to become a hyper-realist, someone who values understanding how the world actually works over how they wish it would work. He saw that failure is simply a system crash. It provides the raw data you need to find a bug and fix it. To stop repeating mistakes, follow a specific algorithm, the 5-step process for personal evolution. First, pursue your goals. Second, encounter painful problems. Step 3, diagnose root causes. Step 4, design a plan. And Step 5, execute that design to move forward. This mirrors how any organism survives. When an environment changes or a barrier appears, you either adapt your design to reality or you stop progressing. If the process is that straightforward, why do we struggle to follow it? It's how our brains are built. This glowing node represents the ego barrier, the emotional part viewing criticism as a threat. It makes our need to be right more important than finding truth, reacting to mistakes with anger instead of curiosity. Then there is the blind spot barrier. Because of physical differences in how our brains are wired, no one person can see a complete picture of reality. Some of us are better at seeing the big picture, while others excel at the details. We are biologically incapable of seeing everything on our own. These biological bugs mean that if you only rely on your own perspective, you are guaranteed to crash. The solution is to move from seeing things through your eyes only to seeing them through the eyes of others. This is an idea meritocracy. This requires replacing the ego's joy of being right with the joy of discovering what is true. You seek out independent thinkers who disagree with you so you can stress test your opinions. To make this work, you use believability weighting. You look at the track records of the people around you and give more weight to the opinions of those who have proven they can solve the specific problem you're facing. By systematically using the perspectives of others to fill in your own blind spots, you significantly increase the probability of making a correct decision while lowering the risk of a fatal error. Dalio summarizes this entire approach with a single equation: pain plus reflection equals progress. Psychological pain is a cue that you are encountering a reality you don't yet understand. If you can calm yourself down and reflect on that pain, you can extract a principle, a rule that tells you exactly how to handle a similar situation in the future. You are essentially writing new code for your life. When you look at it this way, a crash isn't the end. It's the necessary friction required to drive your evolution upward. We often think of success as a finish line, a state where we finally have the money or position we wanted and can stop struggling. But these goals are just the bait nature uses to pull us into the evolutionary process. The real reward isn't the ultimate goal itself. It is the evolution that happens while you struggle to reach it, surrounded by people who help you see the world as it truly is. You cannot avoid the crashes, but by building a system of principles, you transform those crashes into the very thing that makes your life great.